yes or no, and why to whatever question that you have. So I have two piles or two images for you to choose from, and the timestamps will be in the description. Okay, pile one, yes or no, and why to whatever question that you asked. So the card I pulled for you is the Knight of Pentacles. And right away, this is giving me grounded, reliable, slow and steady energy. But it's still a yes. This isn't something that rushes in. It's a more slow moving energy. However, this is a situation that builds slowly, step by step, or brick by brick, that actually has a foundation and lasts longer. So if you asked about a person, this is someone who moves with intention. They don't just rush. They don't jump in impulsively or quickly. They take their time because they want to get it right. So don't let the pace of the situation discourage you. The energy is there, the momentum is there. It's just unfolding in a very stable, slower way. So the next card I pulled for you is the Justice card. And the Justice coming out tells me that whatever you're asking about has a deeper layer of fairness, balance, or accountability tied to it. Some of you may be dealing with legal matters, court cases, contracts, paperwork, agreements, marriage licenses, or divorce, or anything that requires that legal official decision. And some of you are dealing with a relationship or connection that needs to be brought back into alignment, because this card is also about balance. And I also feel like there might be tension or conflict between you and another person here. Maybe a disagreement or a misunderstanding or something that hasn't been fully resolved. But this with the Knight of Pentacles tells me that the solution is coming, and it may not be quick, but it'll be fair and right and balanced. And this makes sense with legal cases because they're not always quick and they take forever. So yeah. Next card that I have for you says Ace, Fire, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. This card is interesting because it goes against like the Knight of Pentacles energy. Fire is about quickness, boldness, passionate energy, and impulsiveness, while the Knight is slow and patient. So this tells me that there's definitely like a push or pull dynamic here. On one hand, you or the person you asked about may feel very passionate and excited, wants to move quickly, like a spark in your chest or a fire in your belly. And while the other person wants to move more slower. But yes, for some people, this is the energy of excitement. For some of you, it's frustration and anger. All type of fiery emotions because maybe things aren't moving as fast as you want. Or if you asked about a person, this may be telling you how they feel towards you. Very passionate, drawn in, very energetic. But they're still choosing to move carefully. They're not trying to let the fire override their logic. So this passionate energy is there. It's just being channeled in a slower, more intentional way. And the last card of advice that I pulled for you is the Judgment card. So this is a powerful card. It's a wake-up call. It's about clarity, spiritual awakenings, or a moment where things just seem to become more obvious. So for some of you, this is literally tied to legal decisions, like a judge, since this is the Judgment card, or something to do with court. But this is about stepping back and seeing the situation from a higher perspective, and is advising you not to judge or react to the situation from an emotional place. Don't rush, don't force it. Let the truth come out and reveal itself. Let the situation unfold naturally. Trust your inner guidance and clarity. This is a moment where you're asked to rise above the emotions and the confusion and make decisions from wisdom and not just impulse. So that's all I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for watching, and like and subscribe for more. Okay, Pile 2. Yes or no and why to whatever question that you asked. So the first card I pulled for you is the Queen of Cups. So this is a soft, emotional, intuitive energy, and it's a definite yes. You likely asked about something that touches your feelings, your intuition, your inner world, your heart-centered energy. But whatever you asked about is connected to emotional fulfillment and maybe even emotional nurturing and healing. So some of you may have also asked about a mother figure or a feminine figure, or someone who's very gentle, has a very gentle presence. But I feel like in this situation, there will be a lot of vulnerability, compassion, sharing of feelings, and emotional truth. And for some of you, this is about creativity. Someone may be inspired to create art through their emotions. Maybe that's how they express themselves. But overall, this is a yes, and it aligns with emotional well-being. The second card I pulled for you is the Seven of Cups. And this adds a layer of fog to the situation. There may be confusion, some uncertainty, or somebody may be overwhelmed by choices or options. You may be overthinking or stuck in fantasy instead of clarity. Some of you, again, have multiple options or paths and don't know which one to choose. This can also point to illusions and delusional energy, seeing what you want instead of seeing things how they actually are, especially if this is about your feelings. Someone here may be struggling to understand their own emotions, which is maybe what the Queen of Cups card is about. So there is a bit of passive energy here, like waiting or wondering or daydreaming instead of taking action. So yeah, something here is unclear, likely emotions. The next card I pulled for you says Shadow Side, Moon, and the Dark Night. So yeah, again, this is someone who is in their emotional energy, their shadow side. The moon is all about your feelings, your hidden feelings, your subconscious, and your shadow side, the things of you that you like to suppress or avoid, or you're hiding how you truly feel. So this card is about the feminine and that water energy and emotions, but it's also mysterious. It may be confusing and hard to read or understand. So yeah, the shadow side is the part of ourselves that we don't like others to see, like our fears, insecurity, jealousy, rage, longing, or like emotional wounds. And this isn't negative, it's just something, it's the shadow side. We suppress it. So I feel like a big part of your reading here is about emotional expression and acknowledging your emotions, even the bad ones, the negative ones. And so the last card of advice I have for you is the Knight of Wands. So this is advising you to go for it, to take action. This is the card of bold, fiery, confident type of energy. So your advice is to stop holding back, stop suppressing, and stop letting confusion sort of paralyze you. Even if you don't have all the answers, even if you're unsure, expressing that or just saying, I'm confused is better than like not expressing yourself at all. And if this is about another person, this may be your sign to initiate the conversation by just like simply asking them maybe how they feel and letting them share what's on their heart, share their feelings. But this may be advising you to take that first step to open that door with them. So yeah, that's all I have for you, pal 2. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe for more.